Hello, everyone. Welcome to Busy Lizzie's Budget. I'm so glad that you're here with me today. We are going to do my monthly video where I add money into my sinking funds or savings accounts, savings envelopes, whatever you want to call it. We're going to add money today, and then we're going to balance each account out and see what the amount is that we're ending each account for the entire year. And when I say account, I mean envelope where I'm saving. Although if an envelope goes over 500, then I put a prop bill in, and that 500 does go to the bank where I've opened an account and named it exactly what's on the envelope. So I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, just keep watching. And we have $4,000 to stuff today. This is absolutely insane. I am so thankful and grateful we're able to end the year with this amount. And I meant to write down a list of why we have so much more to stuff this month, and I forgot. But I will try to remember after we count the money. Let's go ahead and just get counting the money first. And I'm hoping I can fit the money and this candle. This is just a candle I got at Marshall's, and it's by DW Home, and it's called Candy Cane. So let's see if we can, yeah, I think that fits. So let me go ahead and put this on, and then we have $4,000 to count. So we are a little bit more than a week away from Christmas. I can't believe it. Today is 8 days till Christmas. Let me know how you guys are doing. Tell me what things you're doing with your family. Tell me some of your traditions, things like that. I love hearing about what other people do. I haven't really talked about it much this year in my channel, so I'll just let you know. In my family, okay, so I forgot that the bank doesn't, okay, I'll talk to you while I do this. In our family, what we've done the past few years is my kid's father, his name is Eric, he is a pediatrician, and he is kind of in charge where he works, so he usually has to be around no matter what. So he is either working or on call Christmas Day. This year he is not, so this year might be different. But basically what we do is on Christmas Eve, the kids and I and Matt, we walk across the street to Eric's house and we all exchange gifts. So the kids end up opening their gifts on Christmas Eve, and that's the way they prefer it. So they will open all of their gifts, and then they can take their time and they can, play with stuff, do whatever they want. And we exchange gifts. Matt and I have gifts to give to Eric. Eric gives me and Matt gifts. We're all very close, all very good friends, and we all exchange gifts. So we will do that. We'll go over to his house on Christmas Eve, and then Christmas morning, we go to my parents' house. And we normally do that, and we go to their house around, 10, 11. It takes an hour to get there, but we'll go over there, and the adults meaning me and my sister and brother, we don't exchange gifts, but we do grab for the kids. So we all have 2 kids, so we all pick 2 names. And so I have 2 nephews that I got in the grab, so I'll have gifts for them. And then my parents spoil all of us, and they'll have gifts for all of us, and we have lots of gifts for them. So we will spend the day there, and we'll all stay as long as we can. So yeah, so that'll be a lot of fun. And of course we invited Eric this year to come with us, and we're really hoping he'll come since this is the first year he doesn't have to stick around. So that will be fun if he comes with us. We'll have a really good time. Anyway, that is kind of what we do presents wise. So anyway, now that I'm ready to count the money, I'll go ahead and do that. So this is crazy. All right, so we have, in hundreds, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So that is 3,000. So to make it easier for myself, I am going to start, we know it's 4,000, so we have 1,000 left to count. So I'm going to start counting from 1 up to 1,000. So 1, 2, 3, 400. $450, $500, $550, $600, $650, $670, $690, $710, $730, $750, $770, $790, $810, $830, $850, $870, $880, $90, $900, $10, $20, $30, $40. So $940, $50, $60, $70, $80, $85, $86, $7, $8, $9, $90, $91, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $4,000. All right, so the reason I have extra money, let me try to think of some of the reasons. I don't have my plan for next year all ready yet. I don't have all my binders made. I'm still waiting for stuff to come in the mail. I didn't want to just rush. I wanted to take my time, and I had so many Etsy orders that I just didn't feel like I could spend a lot of time planning out next year until I fulfilled those Etsy orders. And as you know, I was a little bit behind on those and had to do them slower because of my neck injury. So anyway, that was my main priority, and that is why this video is so late. So I truly apologize, but I wanted to make sure I at least got it up, even if it was late. And when I did this cash stuffing and I have all my categories, I have decided which categories I'm not going to have next year. Some categories I did not use that much this year. And then I really just wanted to simplify things and take away categories that weren't really necessary. Or for instance, I wanted to add on medical. So I didn't use much in the dental category this past year. So instead of having dental and then adding on a medical, I'm just going to call it medical, but dental will be included. So that didn't really get rid of a category, but instead of adding another one, it's just morphing those two into one, if that made any sense. And then there are just some other ones I want to take out and things like that. So anyway, I do know what sinking fund categories I'm having for next year, and I finally figured it out. And so I just ordered labels so that I can have all new envelopes and just start fresh. I have new binders, I'll have new envelopes, and I'm just waiting for those labels to come in the mail. So you'll see today some of the changes. Just keep watching and you'll know what I mean. So we're gonna go ahead and start with, I numbered my binders because I always forget, since if you haven't seen these before, all three of them are flowers and I really get confused. So we're gonna start with binder number 1. And I have, like I normally do, I go ahead and I fill out this tracker. I really do feel like trackers are helpful. And I filled this out before this video. So you'll see, because we're ending out the year and we're going to have new binders and new envelopes, and a lot of my trackers are at the end anyway, we're going to start brand new trackers. So that's just how I like to do things. I bought some of these and I've been gifted some of these, and I have enough to last a lifetime. So it's not wasteful, even if they have a few things left. So let's just go ahead and we are going to go through each category. This might be a little bit of a longer one than normal because there are some things I want to explain. And for those of you that have been watching all year and you know what's going on in my finances, I think you'll find it helpful for me to explain these things that otherwise you might leave questioning and not understand. And I don't want to confuse anyone. So anyway, sewer and water. So the first thing I do in this binder are the bills. And so these are bills that are not monthly. My monthly bills come directly out of my checking account every month on whatever day. And since my main source of payment comes on the 4th of the month, I know that I'll have plenty to cover those bills. So as soon as I get paid, I write in what I got paid, and then I write down those bills. I think I have about 8 or 9 bills that come out automatically. The first thing I do is write those down, because some of them don't come out till later in the month. So I want to make sure I've accounted for those. So anyway, these are bills in here that are not every month. So sewer and water is every 3 months. So you'll see, now I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. So it's at 0 because the bill was due. So in December, I had to pay that bill. So that bill has been paid in full. And so with this check, we need to put money in for the next bill. Anyway, the bill was a little more than I thought. So instead of adding the 150 like I normally do, we're going to add 175. So let me just go ahead and get that. So 150, 170, and 5. And so that's what we're going to have in here. And you can see for all of these, I couldn't find a black Sharpie easily, so I just used purple, but this is what we're ending the year at. So we're ending the year at 175 in this account. And I have typed that into my spreadsheet that I always show you at the end, that we're ending at 175. So if you look at my grand total for each month of how much I saved, or how much I didn't, how do I say this? If the balance of all of these accounts, or all of these envelopes, these 3 binders, if it's less than the month before, but I went ahead and added $2,000, it may not make sense to you, but it's because I'm constantly taking money out of these for bills, and some of them are large bills. So these are kind of like rotating funds. Some people call it that. So anyway, I hope that you guys understand and that I haven't completely confused you. I feel like everything I've said from the beginning of this video is a little bit confusing, but hopefully it's not to you. Anyway, let me just keep going. So let's see. So property taxes. Diego's barking because Matt just got home. We had $1,600 in there, and the bill is due in December. So instead of it showing me adding money and us having a big balance in here, instead it says 0 because we had to take out all of the money and pay that bill. So there is 0 in property taxes. And because the bill was due this month, instead of taking money this month and depositing it and then taking $1,600. So if I normally put in $400 and it was at $1,600, I would have had to deposit $400 and then take out $2,000 to pay the bill, and then deposited the $2,000 to make the payment. So anyway, I just didn't put money in and I just paid the bill. So we're going to end property taxes at 0, and that's what it should be at. And then starting in January, we will be adding, I'm not sure how much, because our property taxes just skyrocketed totally. So the bill I thought was going to be around $2,000, and the bill was, I think, over $3,000. This is for 6 months, and we don't even have 1,000 square feet in our house. It is insane, if you ask me. So the bill was way more than I thought, but Matt said he would pay the difference because I tackle a lot of the bills, and he tackles a lot of the miscellaneous stuff that comes up that's expensive, and I tackle a lot of the bills on a monthly basis. So it's all good. Anyway, so this is at 0, but you can see because last month there was $1,600 in here, it's going to make it look like our total amount of savings for the month. It's going to look like we spent a ton of money. And we did spend a lot of money, but it was on bills. So anyway, I hope this makes sense, and I hope it's not super boring, but that's going to end at 0. And emergency fund, I am so happy to say it is at $4,200. We're not putting another cent in for this year. So I have prop bills. I have 4 $1,000 prop bills in here. I'll show you what they look like. And then they look like this. I have 4 of these. And then I have 2 $100 bills. So anytime this account gets to $500 in cash, I'll deposit it into the bank in that account that says emergency fund. I do have a lot of bank accounts, and then put in the money to show how much is in the bank. So I'm so thankful. I think my goal for the year was to hit 3,000 or 4,000, but I'm at 4,200. So I'm so thankful for that. Same thing with my car registration, my Subaru registration and my BMW registration. They're not due till my birthday in January, but they already sent me the bills and I know how much they're for. Thankfully, I already had enough money to pay these, and I haven't even put in money, the $31 for December or January. So these, you can see I highballed these, and these bills came out to less than I thought. But I get the bill every 12 months, and I never know how much it's going to be. It usually goes down as the car depreciates. So anyway, I took all the money out of here. You can see I took it all out. We're not putting any in. It's at 0. Same thing for my BMW. I took out the $732, and I ended up having a little bit of money. I think Okay, I think I showed it right here. I had an extra 55 already in this one, and I took it out and I spent it. Same thing, $8 in here. I just put it to something else. I think it went in my wallet. I'm really not sure. So I'm so thankful that we were able to pay those bills, but that's going to show $732 missing from this account and 255 missing from this account, but that's because the bills just got paid for the year. So I'm telling you right now, it was all of these bills like registration, property tax that I did not save for all 12 months of the year. This is why I couldn't sleep at night. And once I started saving for these, figuring out how much it was going to be per year, dividing it by the number of months I have to the bill is due. So my car registration is due once a year. So I would take the total number I thought I needed, divide it by 12 months, and that's how much I would put in here each month, which was $31. Property taxes are paid every 6 months. So I divide that number by the number I needed by 12. Sorry. I pay it every 6 months. So I would take how much it is every 6 months, divide it by 6. Okay. See, I've been, once the camera's on, the brain's gone. Okay. So you get the point. And then property taxes is only every 3 months. So every 3 months, I would divide that by 3. Okay. So, but this has given me so much peace of mind, helped me sleep at night. So we're ending these with 0, which is what we're supposed to. In travel, we are going to add $866 right now. And if I just bored so many of you, I am really sorry, but I don't do these very money detailed. I can't really describe it, but all these things I'm explaining, I don't do this very often, and I know some of you are interested. So we are going to add $866 to travel. So Matt's going to be surprised when he edits this video and sees that. He doesn't know how he didn't know I had $4,000 or how much I'm putting towards stuff. Our finances are separate right now, so he'll be excited to know that travel's getting bulked up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800, and then 66. So 850, 65, 66. And I don't want to count this money again and be redundant. So we'll do 866, 867, 67, 68, 69, 70, 80, 90, 900 plus 100 is 1,000. So I'm going to put the money together. And then like I said, once it's 500, I usually put prop money or a prop bill in here and then put the money in the bank in that account. And I will do that after this video, but I thought it was important that I go ahead and add the physical money just so I don't confuse anyone, or if you're new at this, or just to show you how I do it. So when I'm done with this video, since I'm adding a lot of cash, when I'm all done filming off camera, I'll go and take any envelope that has more than 500 in cash and swap it, put a prop bill in there, and then take that money to the bank and deposit it into an account that says that exact name on it. So I hope that makes sense. I know I keep saying that I hope that makes sense, but I do hope it makes sense. So I'm going to be honest with you guys right now. I feel like I should just stop this video. Let's see, I'm 19 minutes in. I feel like I should stop this and start over because I feel like it's boring and it's maybe too much information. I don't know, but I don't know how I would do it differently. So if you're one of those people who you're dedicated, and whether you like each video or not, you just watch every video, thank you so much. And I hope that somebody is learning something from this. Maybe someone new on their journey is learning a little bit from this. That's my hope. My whole reason for this channel is accountability for myself and to help others. So I hope I'm helping somebody. So before I forget to tell you, so why I have so much extra money to stuff is because we did not have to stuff some like the car registrations. We didn't have to stuff because we already had enough. Some of these sinking fund categories I decided not to have anymore, so I pulled the money from those, which you'll see as I go along. I had a huge Etsy payout, or a couple huge Etsy payouts, and I was able to trickle some of that money into here. So that's the main reason why there is so much money to stuff this month in this video, is because of Etsy. So thank you all so much for those of you who support my shop. And If I remember any of the other reasons, I'll let you know, but those were the main reasons. My shop is on vacation. I actually got behind and I'm finally caught up now. Like I said, every order is done and shipped out, or I have 4 orders sitting here that are shipping out Monday morning, but they're all packaged up, ready to go, and that's it. So my goal while my shop is on vacation, I might reopen the shop just to let Addie's printables out so she can still make some passive income, but I'm not putting any items. If I do that, I won't put any items in the shop right away because I need to catch up on life. I want to spend time with my family at Christmas. I have a lot of things that have been neglected at home and with Etsy and YouTube that I need to catch up on. I can't wait to catch up on comments and finally respond to them and talk to you guys. And I also wanted to tell you one more thing. I have gotten an abundance of Happy Mail, and I've decided I'm going to have to just do one video on just Happy Mail. So if you have sent me a Christmas card, or if you sent me something, I try to let people know that I've received it if I don't show it on camera right away. But I just wanted to say I have gotten a lot of Happy Mail. You guys have totally spoiled me. And I just thank you so much. I love getting your cards or Christmas cards, and you guys just spoil me. And I just really appreciate it. So I will be doing a video soon with all the Happy Mail I've received recently. So if you did send something, stay tuned for that so you can watch me put that on camera. So for this let's go on to this next binder. So post office, I mailed a ton of stuff, and whatever money was left over, I never put back in here. I just spent it. And I do that sometimes because for instance, for post office, I just like to put enough for the month. I don't need to have a balance and let the money stack up. Usually every month I just put some in depending on how much I think I need to ship, and it's usually fine. So as you can see, I'm kind of relaxed about some areas. I don't make sure, well, if I had $10 left over from the post office, I didn't make sure I put it back in here so that it's in here. No, I put it in my wallet and spent it on something else because it's not a big deal. So it's personal finance. You can be as strict as you want. You can be relaxed, but this just works for me. I have so much going on in my life right now. I just can't track every single penny, and that's okay with me. So it's whatever helps you sleep at night. So for this month, I don't anticipate having to ship a lot out, but I wanted to have a decent amount in here since we had extra money this month. So we're putting $50 into post office. The only thing I have in there is stamps. Somebody did ask me where I got this envelope. Like I said, I always read the comments right away, but I do need to respond to that. But I believe I got it on Plan with Layla Blue. Anyway, I will still go back and answer that comment, but let's go ahead. Let me just see on my chart what denominations I'm using for this, because I do smaller bills for the post office. So let's see. I think it's I did 2 20s and a 10. Okay. So we have $50 we're putting in post office, and then it's circled. We're ending this fund with $50 for the year. So this is what we'll have going into January. So the next category is Diego. And you guys know that we're going to be, or if you don't know, we're going to be saving letter bucks. And that is the $1 bills have a letter here. We're going to be saving any money I come across when I go, not in my envelopes already, but when I make a withdrawal from the bank. I usually withdraw a little more than I need. I allot for that. And the D-Bucks are going to be saved for my little boy, Diego. So in this, I'm using a Busy Lizzie's Budget envelope that I don't really need that category anymore at the moment. So this is going to be Diego. So Diego has $21 in his account right now. And again, I feel like this is so confusing, but I don't want to confuse anyone, but this is just his savings account. But we've been putting the letter bucks that I save for him into his savings account. But starting in January 1st, the letter bucks that I save A for Addie, I save D for Diego, E for Etsy for me for Etsy spending, and for E for Elizabeth. And then we're saving G for Matt, L for my son Max, and I'm going to be starting January 1st saving C-Bucks for my true crime binder, since we're going to be doing a true crime binder. So once January 1st starts, we're not going to count. We're not going to keep track of how many Letterbucks we have. I bought special pouches for all the Letterbucks. And if you haven't seen them, you'll see them soon. But here's Diego. I got him a special one. I got him, if you didn't see it in my video where I showed it, I got this huge canvas pouch with his picture and his name. And this is where all the D-Bucks are going to go starting January 1st. So every month when I do this video, I'll count how many I saved for the month and tell you how many I saved for the month, and we'll stick them in here. But then I'm not going to keep a running total, if that makes sense. So basically, let's see. So $21 is how much is in here right now. And we're going to add $129. So let's go ahead and do that. So let me just check the bills. Let's see. Diego. Yeah, 125, 26, 27, 28, 29. So I just wanted to make sure he has something in here more than just $21, because that won't cover a visit or anything like that. So we have 120. Wait, did I take the money? I'm sorry, I didn't take the money out yet. I'm going to take out this money and we'll see how much we have total. He got a special $2 bill from his friend Lupin, who's Ren's puppy. We're saving the save to give for Lupin. So let me put the $2 bill where it would actually go. I'm not actually going to spend that because it's very special to me, but we'll put it where the twos would go. Okay, so let's count. We're adding 129, so it should be 150. So 120, 40. Okay, it's way more than 150. What's going on here? It said I had that there was $21 in there, so I wanted to add 129, so it would be 150, but there's more, so I'm not sure what happened, but 120, 40, 150, 160, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. So there was an extra 20 in there I didn't know about. There's already 170, okay? So let me just put that on the calculator. We have 170, and then these are the D-Bucks I saved this month for Diego. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 170 plus 9 is 179. So he's actually ending at 179. But I wanted to wait and count these with you guys, and I didn't want to tell you ahead of time how many Letterbucks there were, so that's why I went ahead and put that number anyway, when I knew that wasn't going to be the ending number. So I'm going to put this all together. And Diego is ending the year at 179, which is awesome. So let's go ahead, shove that money in, and I won't worry if it's messy. We'll just keep on going. So if you guys have been watching my videos, you'll see that I hit my goal of saving $6,500 in my IRA, my Roth IRA for the year. I cannot believe it. It blows my mind. And I was only able to do that because you guys were so generous in helping with Ranger's vet debt. So thank you all so much. This would say that there's $6,500 in the bank and there would be the prop money in here, but I'm just having this reflect what is actually in the bank. In the bank is zero because I called my tax guy and I asked him to withdraw that $6,500 and max out my IRA for the year, which he did. So there is zero saved for my IRA, and I decided I'd rather start January with a zero in here rather than, oh, it's at $6,500, because also the previous year I did put money in the IRA. So, but I hadn't done these sheets yet. So, basically these sheets just track my contributions for the current year, if that makes sense. So I wanted to start at zero in January so that I actually know when I add money in here, how much the true balance is for the year for my IRA. Again, I hope that made sense. So this is going to show zero on my chart, which is going to make it look like we spent a ton of money this month. Okay. So this next one that says Matt Invest. This was a challenge, a Lisa Grateful Me challenge I was going to do it for Matt and surprise him. So I started this a long time ago when our finances were together, and now our finances are separate, and he already maxed out his IRA. So he was able to do that easily. So he told me to go ahead. He said, take that money and put it toward, like, take it out and put it in with your stuffing this month or whatever. He didn't want that money. So again, I was doing that when our finances were together, and now they're not. So anyway, I drained that money. So that was another reason why we had so much to stuff this month. So that's at 0. And so like this category and this envelope won't be there in January. So like I said, some of the envelopes will disappear, some won't. Family fun. Again, I didn't really use this. I love the envelope. It's beautiful. But I think it was Amy who made it. I believe it was Amy who made it for me, but I really just didn't use it. It just, there was never much in it, and I always have money in my buffer if we do something, I don't know. So this category has 0. There was $10 left in there, so I just drained that, took that out, and put it in with the stuffing to reallocate it. So I will definitely use this in the future and keep this. I love this envelope. It was such a sweet gift. Okay, so speaking of gifts, this month we had $400. I took out $100 for my dad's birthday. I already bought his birthday gift, and we're going to put in another $100. I just wanted to beef up all these categories as much as I could, the categories that are staying, and gifts is one that I a lot of times don't have enough in, and we have a ton of family birthdays in January and in December and January. So we're going to add $100 in here, and let me see. We're going to add 20, 40, 3 20s. So that's 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 96, 7, 8, 9, 100. Okay, so there's 100, and then there should be 300 in here. 51, 52, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300. So when we put that together, it is 400, and that will be great. I will not have to worry in December and January about having enough for all of the birthdays in those 2 months. So that is awesome. I'm so excited we get to end at 400. And wedding gifts, I'm done with all of my cousins. I have 4 cousins that got married this year. We're done with the weddings. There is no money in there. I did ship off the last gift, and this category I knew I needed for 2023, but I do not need for 2024. So we'll be getting rid of this category. And then deductible, this is something I got the idea of from my bestie, Erica, at Erica Budgets. She does a category called deductible, and I think that's awesome. So we had $200 in here. We are going to add $300 today. I'm so happy. I kind of assume any deductible for a car issue would be $500. At least I hope it would just be $500. But anyway, we're going to get this up to $500 today. So I'm so happy about that. And there are $200 in here. So this is one of the categories where after this video off camera, I will put a $500 fake bill in here, and I will deposit this into my bank account in my bank that's called deductible. So that is awesome. I do want to keep going. I want to get up to 1,000, because I think it was Matt or someone saying, what if like you have what if accidentally Max backs into another car? Like what if you have damage on 2 of your cars or something like that? Would you have to pay 2 deductibles? I don't know, but it was a good point. Okay. So the next category is Matt, and we save $3 a month for him. So 1, 2, 3. If you've been here a while, you know it's an inside joke. If you know, you know. If you don't, I don't even remember how it started, but I think it was, he can correct me, but I think it was something like he would say, I never have any money. Like usually the most I ever have in my wallet is $3. And so it's kind of our joke. He also doesn't use cash. He uses his card for everything, but it's just a funny joke. So, and he has his own money. So this is just extra, and it's just kind of a funny joke. And I just think it's funny, and we just keep it going. So anyway, every month I add $3. Maybe it'll go up in 2024. We'll have to see. And so I'm adding $3. So there should be 40. Okay. There should be 44 in here. And look. Okay. So I think what happened was after the last month when we counted these, I think after I must have added in the letter bucks I saved, because we have had more in all these categories. So we have more, but hey, you know what? It's a good mistake to have more money. So 50, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68. So this should be 68. I'm surprised I added money in though and didn't update the tracker because I'm usually pretty careful, but you know what? We all make mistakes. We're all human. So we have 68, and then I've been saving G-Bucks for him. So we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 G-Bucks. And so he's going to end the year at 75. And I don't know, you guys should tell me, but I am actually going to give him this money. Again, even though he has his own money and our finances are separate, but I'm trying to decide, like, I want this to be extra. I think I might just sneak it in his wallet sometime, but I also don't want to sneak it in his wallet and then he uses it for like gas or groceries or something. So I have to make sure he spends it on himself. But so we're ending at 75 for the year in Matt's envelope. So that takes care of this binder. And now we have our last binder. And let's see what is in here. So this first category is girls trip. I've never been on a girls trip, and someday I would love to go on a girls trip, preferably this year. So I'm saving money in hopes that that is something that might happen. And we are adding $800. I am so excited. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800. Yay. So we already have 200 in there, so we should be ending at 1,000. There's my sticker. What happens on the girls' trip stays on the girls' trip. And then I have another sticker on the back with suitcases. But so there are 2 here. I'm going to add this together. It is 1,000. And again, after this video, it will have prop money in here. I also wanted the satisfaction of actually stuffing the actual cash in there. So like I had told you, dental is going to switch to medical, and medical will encompass dental as well. We are going to, and that's why we're adding so much. I wouldn't need so much right now for dental, but I mean, it's never bad to have a lot in there, but we're adding in so much because it's going to be medical as well. So we're going to add in 985. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 50, 70, 85. So this is 985. And again, I try to save your time. So we're just going to go 985, 990, 1,000. And I'm not going to count it all together. So because we know it's 1,000. So this is super exciting to me. And to be honest with you, this is really embarrassing to admit, but I don't know if I currently have health insurance or not. I don't know. It's a long story, so I'll save it for another video, but I don't even know if I have it or not. I believe I do, but I'm not 100% sure. It's a whole thing. So let's just say I need to call and figure it out and get that straightened out. But I have a feeling that once I get it straightened out, I'm going to start owing a ton per month I had not been paying for my health insurance, but I'm going to have to start paying. So it's going to be a lot. So I wanted to have a good amount in here. So nails, I stopped getting my nails done, and I think it was probably a couple months ago. If you go back and look at my videos in order, you'll see the last video I had the nails on. They have grown out almost all the way. They are so close. And I used to find joy in getting my nails done and having pretty nails, and I don't anymore. It started just to become a waste of money and a waste of time, and it just didn't bring me the joy that it used to. So I'm taking that category out for next year. For hair, I had just an odd amount left over. So for no reason, there's $42 in here just to get rid of that weird 2. And usually I only keep about 60 in here because I just get my hair trimmed once every 6 to 8 weeks, but I actually canceled my December appointment just to save some money. And I said, why don't I skip a month and save some money? So now I have plenty in here. So we'll end this at 102. And so we're going to add, we're going to add 42. And let's see, hair, we did it we did smaller amounts for them too. So it's 20, a 10, 2 5s, and 2 1s. So 20, 35, 40, 142. Okay, I'm not going to count that way. Let me put this together. I like to have smaller bills for them as well. I like to tip in cash, so they get to keep it that day, things like that. So we should have 102. So 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, 95, 100, 1, 2. Okay, so that's perfect. I want to just make sure these all get counted since the ones with the letter bucks were off. So that's done. I used to pay for Max to get his hair done, and I don't anymore. Sometimes I'll give him a $20 bill or something toward it, but I've been kind of having him pay for his own stuff. And he was dyeing his hair. Now he's not. It's back to its normal color, so he's just having less expensive trims and stuff. So we're not going to have that as a category next year, which will make me happy since the sticker is upside down. So I messed that up. Okay, so I had a category, let's see, it says Addie 2027. I've been putting in just $10 each month just to give a little something toward her future. And today we're going to add 120. So a 1, I think it's just a 1 and a, let me double check on my sheet. Yes, it's 120. So she's going to be at an even 200. So let's see. And you know what? Part of the reason why I'm just saving a little bit per month is because I bought these envelopes from Katie Reynolds at Reynolds Budgets, and I'm obsessed with them. And so I needed to have a reason to use them. So I said, well, I better start saving for their future. Even if it's just a little bit each month, we know it adds up, and especially it gets you in a good, consistent habit of saving. So 1, 50, 70, 90, 200. So she has 200 in here, and we are going to, we'll just leave it at that for now. We're going to come back to this, but she has 200 now. And then I didn't put totals for a reason though. Max, we're adding 280 to his. I decided since he's graduating 2 years sooner, I'd add more to his. There's no right or wrong way to do that, but that's just what I've been doing. And yeah. So let's see, all together we should have 400. Speaking of Max, he is going to Spain with the Spanish teacher and a few other students. He's going to Spain in April, and he is so excited. It's just an amazing opportunity. It's called an immersion trip where they stay with Spanish kids. They go to school with them. It's just going to be amazing. So 1, 2, 3, 50, 370, 390, 400. So I'll talk more about his trip later, but it's definitely happening, and I'm so happy for him. Okay, so now this is where every month we've been saving letter bucks for the kids. So class of 2027 is my daughter, Addie. We save $8 for her. And again, starting January 1st, I have special pouches we're going to put them in where we'll count them, throw them in, and those pouches will be kept in my safe. So they will not be tracked on anything. So that'll be just during the month. During January 1st, I'm going to start putting them in this envelope, and then I'll take it out of the envelope and count it for you, and we'll put it in the pouch at the end of every month. So that will be fun. So let's see. So what we have in here right now. Oh, I don't have trackers for these, the balance sheets. I don't keep track of these. So she has 1, 20, 30, $131. Okay. And then these are all the $8 I was able to find for her this month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So plus 14, that's 145. So now what we're going to do, so now this envelope is empty. We are going to add it into this category for her. Okay. So I want that envelope to be empty. And I think this is what we've been doing every month, is just adding it in here. So but since we're going to do a balance for the end of the month, I wanted to make sure I put the correct balance on here. So this is pretty exciting. Okay. I already confused myself. Just give me 1 second, please. Okay, so what I just said is not correct. At the end of every month, I've not been putting them in here. I've been collecting them in these envelopes, and then as you can see, once there wasn't enough room to fit all of them, I was making, what's it called? I was condensing it and doing different bills. But I want to go ahead, because we don't track these, I want to mix these together today, because I want to, what's the word? I want to have the balance and know how much we have. So I am going to put these together, but if we add, I think it was 145. I already forgot. I think it was 145. And then if we add the 200, this should be a good amount. It should be around 345. So let me put these together and we'll get the final balance. And then I think what I'll do is, because it's close to Christmas and close to the end of the year, I might just take a break from saving those letter bucks. And that way, January 1st, this will be an empty envelope, and all these letterbuck envelopes will be empty, and I can start saving, because I want to see how many we save of each in an entire year. So let's go ahead and count this. 1, 2, 50, 270, 290, 310, 320, 330, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 340, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is 345. So like I said, I thought it was 145 in the other envelope, and it is. So 345. This is what we're going to put these together, and this is what she's going to end the year with in this envelope, which would be the money I saved saving just $10 a month, and then all the letter bucks I saved from, I didn't start saving letter bucks for her till sometime in the second half of the year, I believe. So we still got quite a bit. So she's done, and let's see. So now we're going to do the same thing for Max. We're going to add 280. So where did his bucks go? Oh, sorry. They're right here. Okay. So let me get the money out of this envelope. I hope you guys aren't totally confused, because I'm a little confused. Okay, but we're going to go back to this tracker. It says that... Oh my goodness. I am so confused. Did we add his 280 yet? Yeah, we must have. So he should have 400 in here. Let's see. I'm sorry, you guys. 1, 2, 3, 50. Yes, he has 400. Now we're going to take his letter bucks and add it to this. So let me get the calculator. So he has 400 in this account, like we already mentioned. And then in the letter bucks, he had 120, 132. So plus 132. And then we're going to add the L bucks I found for him this month. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So plus 7. So this should all be 539. So I'm just going to write 539. That's what it should be. That's what he should end the year at. Okay, so let me stick this all together. And Matt, I'm so sorry. This is such a long video because you won't be able to fast forward hardly anything, and I'm sorry about that. Okay, so let's count and see if by chance this is 539. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 50, 470, 490, 510, 20, 30, 530, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 539. And so I'm glad I combined the envelopes because now we can put a $500 prop bill in here. Okay. So I'm going to leave these empty. Again, I'm going to stop saving letter bucks and I'll start on January 1st. And that will be fun. We'll get to use the new pouches. And now we're going to go to eBucks. And this is just me saving eBucks to spend on Etsy. So I came up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I have 15 and there's no tracker for it, but it does go into, let's see, it does go into my monthly spreadsheet, which I'm about to show you in just a moment because we're almost done. Okay, so I'm changing school stuff to just children. I could say kids, but I thought children sounded fancier. Don't ask me. So I am going to have a new category called children. It's not going to say school stuff because the kids if they need something from school for school, it's usually really expensive, and um, we'll have to write a check or do something, or their dad will insist on paying for it. So, but they often need little things here and there, and it nickels and dimes me. So we're going to add 150, and that was the rest of the money. So I'm glad I didn't mess that up. So that worked out good. So we're going to add 150 to children, and it should be a total of 500, which is awesome. So let's see if it is. We have 1, 2, 3, 350, 370, 390, 410, 430, 440, 50, 60, 70, 85, 95, 6, 7, 8, 9, 500. Okay, so that is at 500, which is awesome. And we have student driver, and we had been saving every month, and we had 80, and I decided to get rid of this category. I love this envelope so much, but Addie's dad paid for her driver's ed. He's super generous, and he paid for, Max's driver's ed and insisted on it, and I have a feeling he's going to insist on paying for Addie's as well. So I don't think I'm bringing this back. So we have gone through all 3 binders. I hope some of you are still with me. Now I'm going to show you. I just have this taped up, but I'm going to show you. So this is December, and these are the accounts and what's in them right now. And I did have the ones that had letter bucks. I didn't, like for instance, Matt says 51. He ended up with more than that. Sorry, Matt's not a good example. He's not down here. Okay, scratch that. Okay, I'm probably confusing everybody. So Addie, A-Bucks for Addie. I put this number in here. I plugged in this number. This was how much was in her A-Buck thing that we had saved and what we added today. And then we put it into this Addie 2027. So that should be her grand total. So anyway, we ended up in savings for this month, even though we added 4,000, and last month we ended up with 9,800. It looks like we added only 172. We added 4,000, but you guys know that we took out a couple $1,000s to pay property taxes. We paid Subaru registration, BMW registration, and then we took out all the IRA money, which should have been on here somewhere, to invest. Okay, well, we only had 675 on November 11th, so I don't know how we got up to 6,500 in 1 month, but anyway, the point is, this is with all the bills being paid. We're starting off January 2024 with 10,000 in savings, and a lot of that is in the emergency fund. But you can also see there's some in travel, girls trip, dental. So I'm so thankful that, because if I had kept the Roth IRA, I guess if I had kept the Roth IRA, this would say 6,500, and then the other bills, and it would look like a lot more than this. So I'm glad that I kind of lowballed it in the way, if that makes sense, or you're just confused. But I'm glad that I decided to just start over those accounts at 0 and go ahead, and we're going to start the year with 10,000. So I'm super thankful for that. Okay, so I think that was everything for this video. Could be wrong, but I'm going to start with January. I'm going to take off new microwave, new stove and oven. I'm going to take off these categories that we already funded, and I'm going to update it with, I am going to have 3 binders, and they're going to be brand new, and I'm going to have different categories. Things are going to be totally different. And again, I wish they were done so I could show them to you, but I'm still waiting to get stuff in the mail. Let me know how you did for the month. Oh, I forgot. I just remembered one important thing. My Christmas shopping came in way under budget. I think I had 3,000 saved, and I think I only spent like 1,200 at the most. And it ended up being too crazy to track everything, so I didn't. So I don't have the exact number, but all the leftover money from Christmas went back into this video today. That is a huge reason why we had so much money to stuff today, between all the leftover Christmas money and all of my Etsy pay. That's the main reason we had all this money to stuff today. So I'm so grateful for it. I'm grateful for all of you. Thank you so much for watching. If you stayed and watched to the end of this movie, more like a boring school documentary, but if you stayed, leave me a random emoji, any random emoji, but something that just doesn't make sense. So I'll know that you watched till the end. And I will be back tomorrow morning with probably a Monday minis video, but I just can't thank you all enough for all that you do and just for being here and a part of my journey. And I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye.